Welcome, this is a simple solution for making a chain hanger for when you're waxing your chain in a hot pot. What you will need is an old spoke, any old spoke will do, a ruler if you want to be really precise, and a pair of pliers. First thing we need to do is measure about 2 centimeters down from the end of the spoke. Grab the pliers and then twist. It should go quite easy. Doesn't have to be bang on, just needs to be a way to stop the actual chain coming off the end of the spoke. The next bend needs to be about 10 centimeters up from that. That's where the main body of the chain is going to sit. Again, it doesn't have to be that accurate, just grab your pliers, bend a 90-degree parallel line to the previous bend that we did to stop the chain coming off the end. We're going to go a bit crazy here and freestyle a bit of bending. All you need to do now is fashion a hook or some way of holding the actual hanger that we've just made onto whatever you're going to hang it from. So I quite often have a nail in the wall where I have it and then drip back into the wax, or I've also got a wax pot from Silka and it's got a little stand on that, so this needs to hook over that stand. The measurements here will vary a little bit depending on how long your spoke is, but you need to offer it up to whatever you're hanging it from and see where the bottom of the actual chain sits. You don't want it sitting in the pot. I'm doing a little bit of fine tuning here. I'm being overly critical and I'm making it look 10 times harder than it is, trying to work around the camera, but just to make it flat and make the hook so it will hook over the thing I'm going to hook it on. Now it's time to thread the actual chain onto the hanger. I'm making this look as awkward as possible with a camera in the way just to make everyone else feel good. You don't have to do this, but it's best to get equal lengths of chain just so you haven't got anything hanging down actually touching the pot. You know, you want to get the chain clear of the actual wax pot itself. You can see that I'm threading the actual hanger through the larger portion of the chain where you've got the most open section of the chain. The actual spoke goes through quite easily. Okay, so you're almost there. You'll know whether you've got it right. The actual width of the hanger, the bottom section where the chain is threaded on, that needs to be slightly wider than the width of chain to allow the actual hanger to move up and down. So when you put it in the pot and it sits on the bottom, the handle will be sticking up. When you hang the chain hanger on the hook, the end of the chain won't be dangling in the hot wax itself. Here is the hanger hanging on the Silka stand. You can see the chain is probably a tad too close to the actual hot wax. We've got a bit of gap at the top, so I'm going to adjust the handle slightly and actually shorten it so the chain isn't hanging in the wax. I'm being overly critical here and you just need to freestyle it a bit and see what works for you. In the next image you will see the chain fits in the hot pot, still on the hanger, and the actual handle sticks up, so once it melts, which is mid-melting here, the actual wax won't be covering the handle. If you've got any great tips or better solutions than this, please leave them in the comments below. Please, thank you for watching to the end. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video.